Hello and welcome to Shut the Front Door. I'm Hannah.
And I'm Nancy.
And this is the podcast where we bring together real life with real estate.
Lots of stories as well.
Right.
I mean, that's the idea, right? To
Yep.
entertain you, but also help you with some real estate facts as well. And maybe if you're looking to buy or sell, or you're just interested in real estate, we're here for you in that respect as well.
Mm-hmm. But I will add, this is a work in progress. And so give us a little bit of grace, as Nancy says, because we don't really know what we're doing yet.
Not yet,
But
we'll
we're
get
working
there.
on it. Yeah. So basically, you got to come and spend some time just hearing our stories, getting to know us, and so.
And we usually start with our drink of the day.
Drink of
we
the day.
started this, the first time. So what's our drink of the day?
I'm going to grab
Miss
mine.
Hannah?
So it's a rosé bubbly,
Okay.
La Marca. What do you have?
I have some Josh Pinot Gris. So cheers.
Very nice.
Cheers
Cheers
to everybody else.
Yep.
And thanks for joining us today.
Yep. And then, so what'd you have for dinner last night? Because
Okay.
you know we got to talk about that.
Yeah, this is a thing too. So I'm actually not going to tell you what I had for dinner last night because it was still leftovers.
Okay.
I'm over leftovers. We're done with leftovers. I'm like, well, let's throw away all of our leftovers. But last week I made a really good dinner that I want to tell you about.
Okay.
Okay, so I haven't made this forever, and all my kids were home for the holidays. So I'm like, because it makes too much for just Bruce and myself. It just
Sure.
makes too much.
Yeah.
So I made the most delicious lasagna, meat sauce, fresh lasagna, 3 layers. It was so yummy. Homemade sauce with garlic and herbs. And then we had salad and we had crusty bread. And it was delicious.
That sounds amazing.
And everybody ate it. It was gone the next day.
Like a homemade lasagna is so good. And actually, we do that at Christmas. So we'll talk about that later.
Yes.
Because we actually do like 3 different lasagnas.
Ooh.
That's a Christmas thing. So that'll come later. But that's like the only time of year I have it. And it is so good.
Yeah,
So
that
sounds great.
That's why I was so excited about it because I don't make it usually because there's not enough people in the house to eat it.
Oh yeah, that's like half your meals probably. Since being
get-
empty nesters, like it's such a big to do to make it all, and then it's like you'll be
Yeah.
eating that for a week. You and
I'm not
Bruce.
a big
No one wants to.
leftover fan.
Same here, and so to that point, so Thanksgiving for us, we went to my mom's, and I'll tell you because I have a little follow up story that I was going
That's
to
right.
share. Yeah, surprise that we had for my mom's 70th birthday, but basically there was so much leftovers this time, and I was the one that like put it all away, put it all in these. I mean, it filled half of her fridge.
You didn't take any home?
I forgot to take any home.
Oh my gosh.
It was like I spent, I don't know, over an hour in the kitchen doing all the, and I don't cook, you know that. Everyone here is going to learn that too. But I do clean. And so that's always been my, like forever. That's been my job. Thanksgiving, you will not find me in the kitchen before, but I will be the only one with maybe 1 or 2 helpers drying and that kind of thing.
Okay.
Afterwards. I do the cleanup.
Usually I think that means you basically are done with family and you're done talking to people. So I'm just going to go to the kitchen
I just
and
gotta
you guys
have
all leave me alone.
That's right. I get to have my little bubble, and basically no one wants to be in there because who wants to clean? Nobody wants to clean.
So how was your mom's big surprise?
Okay, so this was the surprise, everybody, because I know I kind of left like a cliffhanger last time, like a teaser. So my mom's 70th birthday, there's 5 of us kids in our family, and then we have 3 step-siblings, so we're a blended family, right? So we flew in 2 of my brothers that live pretty far away, spread out across the country, and 2 of my nephews. Not everyone could come, like my oldest brother's wife and 1 son, just because of work obligations. But we flew in my 2 brothers, and we surprised my mom with them being there. And we have not all been together, like my wedding.
So that was
But we were,
years ago.
it was 3 years ago maybe, but we weren't really all together. Like, it was so fast. It was just the wedding. I didn't even hardly see them when they were here because it was so quick. But anyway, so we had a photographer come, and so the boys surprised my mom, showed up. I mean, the video, it was amazing, like watching her face. Like, I've watched it
She
a
had
dozen
no
times.
idea.
She had no idea that they were all coming. And so this was on Thanksgiving Day. They all surprised her. So everyone showed up. It was amazing. And then we had a photographer there, so we took pictures with the whole family. So we have this beautiful photo of us 5 kids with my mom, which we have not had. I actually don't think since my dad died, which was many, many years ago. So it was
Beautiful.
really beautiful. It was really sweet. I think, like, the day couldn't have been better.
Right.
So that was really fun. So that was our surprise for my mom's 70th birthday.
You know,
and
and
that was
sometimes
Thanksgiving and birthday all in one. It was beautiful.
sometimes when I think about when we think about planning stuff, we're like, gosh, there's so much work to plan. But when it's something like that, and your mom, it makes your mom so happy. You're like, oh,
was
I'm
priceless.
so
Yep.
glad we actually made the effort, went the extra distance, and did that. Oh, good for you guys.
It was fun. So that was probably the best Thanksgiving / like get together we've had as a family in a long time. So how about yours? How was your Thanksgiving?
Thanksgiving was great. We had all the kids in the house, and that made Mama very happy. Everybody got along. We ate a lot of food. It was really good. It was really good. So very happy with
Such
that.
a good day.
Yeah.
Good.
Now we can't skip over. We love those stories,
Yeah.
but we can't skip over what you had for dinner last night.
Okay, so we had our first snowstorm.
Yeah.
Okay, which all of our listeners, Frank, and hopefully we'll have a few more. They'll know now we had our first big snowstorm.
Pre-December.
Crazy.
Before
Yep.
even December.
Yep, which we were due. I was so excited, and actually it was funny.
I
think
was
a lot
not
of
because my kids had to go back early.
I know that was sad.
They had to
for
leave
you.
for Chicago
I am
early.
sorry about that. However, I was so excited. So anyways, so last night we actually had, oh my gosh, okay, we talk about our like Costco finds.
Yes.
Okay, everyone's going to learn how much we love Costco. Who doesn't love Costco?
We
first
all
of
do.
all? Okay. Costco or Sam's?
Costco.
That's right.
Well, that's because we
Costco.
have a
If you're
membership
not-
right now. So
If you're not Costco, if you're Sam's, I don't know what to tell you, but
right now we're a Costco.
we're Team Costco.
All right. So what'd you find?
Okay, so the stew, it is like the beef stew. It's carrots, potatoes, and Will put it in the crock pot.
Okay.
He took it out in the morning, knowing that we'd be like snowed in, and then we did it in the crock pot. Also, my crock pot probably had to be dusted off because we do not use it. And it was so easy. I didn't
it was
do it. He
good?
did it, but it was so good. So we had that for dinner last night, and everybody in my family eats it. Like Onyx will even eat it, and she's my picky eater. So we had that last night, and I also picked up, fun find, Hy-Vee makes, this is probably like, Hannah, you're dumb. I know. I don't know how to
She
cook.
orders
I don't
grocery
do,
stores
yeah, I don't know
usually, the groceries,
So
yeah.
here's the thing that probably everyone knows, but I just learned. Costco makes homemade sourdough bread every day, and all kinds of bread. But I picked up
Costco does or Hy-Vee?
Oops, did I say Costco?
You said, yeah.
I meant Hy-Vee.
Hy-Vee. Okay,
Hy-Vee.
Hy-Vee.
Thank you,
Okay.
Nancy.
You're welcome.
Hy-Vee makes daily fresh bread, and I got a loaf just out of the oven of sourdough bread.
Perfect
So
with
I
stew.
brought that home because I did go to the store preparing to be snowed in. So I picked up some things for like for people to eat and make. So I got stuff for sandwiches, like went to the deli, got fresh meat and cheese and everything. But I found the bread, and it was like, it smelled so good. So I brought home a loaf. It was still warm.
Oh, yeah.
And so I thought we could do sandwiches with that. But then I've used it for so many things. So we did that with the soup last night, with the stew. It was so good.
That's a find.
So that was
That's
So
good.
that, and if you haven't tried that stew, why don't you like it?
I don't like
What
stew.
do you mean?
I can't do stew.
Oh.
When I was little, my mom used to make us eat stew on Halloween, and we couldn't go out unless we ate the stew. And I hate stew.
What do you hate about it?
I don't like the taste.
Why?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know why.
Okay.
But I just remember that my mom made us eat stew before Halloween, and I had to somehow fake it. I faked it.
Yeah.
Because I still went trick-or-treating, but I
So
did
no
not
one
eat her
taught
stew.
you how to put your food in your napkin?
I did do that, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. But
Stew
I don't
would be a little hard, but
Yeah.
still you could do it.
Well, that sounds
what I
absolutely
mean?
delicious. All right, so our food
Okay.
and drink little talk is
There's half the podcast right there.
There we go, because we like to talk about foods and
That's
drinks.
right.
Should we do the shut the front door moment?
Yeah, let's do a shut the front door moment.
What do you have? Do you have something this week? You want me to go to mine?
You go first. Yeah.
All right, so this was very interesting. So obviously, we're in the Midwest. We've turned the clocks back. It gets so dark so early. I was going to, I'll just say Stark County, driving out to Stark County, on my way out to Stark County, basically Toulon. And I'm halfway there, and I noticed that, like, my gas tank is very low. And so now I start to get nervous because I'm like, I don't know the area. It is pitch black. Pitch black. So I'm getting out there and I'm trying to find my way to this house because I'm doing a showing, actually. So make it out to the showing. I still am like, the whole gas tank thing is worrying me. We get to the showing. Now this is going to take, it takes a little bit of a turn. So the house, I got kind of the story from the listing agent. So we go in the house, and the house is just, it's a mess. It's not good at all. It really, for me, doesn't seem like livable. But someone was living there, and it was an older gentleman, and frankly, his apparently his family didn't know that he wasn't doing so well. They don't live here. They live down south. And it made me think about us literally, me and the client were talking about a little bit how this made us very sad because an individual lived in the house, and it was an older person. Family didn't know that they weren't doing so well or the condition of the house. And it really just made me think about, okay, we got to check on our elderly family members or friends that we think are doing okay, because I think we've all been there. I think we all have family that are older, and we think they're doing okay because they tell us they're doing okay. And we think that they're living fine because they tell us they're living fine.
Yep.
But I think that it just reminded me to reach out. Even if they tell us they're not doing fine, do a trip.
Yeah.
Make the trip there and make sure they're doing okay. And I know the kids, the family members, they actually came and got him once they learned he wasn't doing so well. It took him back down.
That's good. He had family that could actually get here and help him.
So that was
sad.
just one point. But that's kind of the real part of real estate that we do. We go into people's homes, and we know how we live, and we just don't know what's going on in other people's houses. So it does open your eyes to that kind of thing, and it does, for me, offer reminders about what I just mentioned, just like making sure to check in on elderly family and friends. Once I got done with that, though, then I was worried about the gas. So back
to the everyday in real estate.
You guys, we drive so much, and basically, my dad used to say, don't let your gas tank get below a half tank. I don't think he said it like that necessarily, but but of course I do, because that's what happens.
Yep.
But I'd just let you know that I did not run out of gas in the middle of nowhere in Stark County.
Did you find one there in Stark County?
I had to go to Wyoming.
Yeah.
But yeah. So anyway, that's
always the scare. I'm like you're literally looking at how many miles you have.
Yeah.
Because if you're using the navigator all the time,
right.
And so you're literally I've had many of those.
And I was not
many
sure
of those moments out in the middle of
how much where I was going. But
right.
Anyway, so sometimes the shut the front door moment will be like my last one, where I was in contact with an accused murderer. But today it was a little bit more thoughtful. And it's still a shut the front door moment, and I don't know. That's the stuff that real estate agents that I think people have no idea the stuff that we do run into.
Well, and so because I actually planned a shut the front door story, and I forgot it. So
I know that you
your story made me think of something.
Oh, good.
And that kind of brought me back to why I fell in love with real estate. And that was just like you said, you're going into these homes, you're seeing different things, and you just realize there's a whole big world out there. I mean, like we talk about the shows, they're all luxury, right?
Oh, yeah, like Selling Sunset.
You're showing, you don't really we get a frontline look at what people are dealing with and living with, and some very, very happy situations, right? Like having a new baby, getting married, starting a family. But there's some really sad situations. And here's the thing. We are blessed and fortunate to get to walk people through those sometimes really hard times in their life, right? And so it's a privilege, and it kind of made me think of one of the stories very early on in my real estate career. And it was a young single mom. She had 3 or 4 kiddos, and when we were at the closing table, and she was the first person in her family, we hear this story a lot, right? First person in their family to ever buy their own home, and so it's a big deal. And a lot of times it's very emotional, and those are the moments that stick with you. You never forget those people. But anyways, I'm sitting there at the closing table, and it's just me and her. The title company went out to make copies and everything, and we were basically done. She was done signing. And she started opening up to me, and this girl was like brave, like strong. You could tell she was a really strong girl. And so we didn't have a lot of moments of like her being vulnerable, like talk, I got to know her pretty well, but she shared with me at closing that her and her kids were living in a cockroach infested rental, and they had roof leaking, and all kinds of mold and stuff that she starts sharing with me, and had never complained about that. like never told me about that before. And so all of a sudden she's, painting this picture of where her and her kiddos, who I'd met them all at that point, and I'm like picturing them, and that's a lot of people.
And now she's getting into
and
this
then she was
cute
buying
new
this home. So she starts crying, and that was the very first time I'm sitting in a closing, and we got to cry together, just overwhelmed that I got to be a part of that.
Right.
That is huge.
Well,
And so when you have those moments, that is why I do this, right? And so
well, and we talk about
that
this
was
a
neat.
lot on our team. And I think that there is a misconception about what real estate agents do or what really passionate and caring real estate agents do. That story right there, like you have helped that woman change her life, whether she realized it, whether you realized it. I mean, obviously, she could have got some other real estate agent, but you are the caring one. You walked her through the whole home buying process.
Yep.
You made it a reality for her. And that is what our team actually talks a lot about, is how can we change people's lives?
Yeah,
And that's huge.
it's huge. Yeah.
It's huge. That's
Yeah.
a great story.
Well, you shared yours, and I'm like, oh my gosh, those are the moments that stick with me the most. I mean, there's so many. Oh my gosh, hundreds of.
We'll be telling
everyone's
lots of stories.
Yeah, but it's kind of neat because it does really make you. When people accuse us of like, oh, you're just trying to get paid, and I'm
Right.
thinking, in fact, I am more invested into your life right now, I think, than you realize, Mr. Buyer or Seller. Like we care so much.
Yeah.
And yes,
People don't realize
it is
that.
life-changing.
And I think that we're going to be able to talk to that as well. Like,
Yeah.
there is this stereotype that real estate agents, oh, you just want to get paid.
we're salespeople.
You know,
It's like, no, we're not.
we are relationship
Oh my gosh.
people.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to show you 10 houses, 20 houses. I mean, and you guys, this happens where we are showing you the properties. I mean, I could just at 5 say, forget it, I'm not getting paid yet. No, because at that point you are vested in these people's lives. You know what I mean? You are vested. You've gotten
Exactly.
to know them. You know their kids. You know their motivation. You want to see them get into a house. And sometimes we don't get paid as much as you guys think we do.
Oh yeah. No,
Yeah.
it's hands down. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do
love
anything
it.
else.
I love it.
This is what I'll always
Yeah.
do. And it's even more rewarding like now because getting to train and bring in new agents to the team. We're just talking to our coach about this, and it's just, again, talk about a privilege that we are, given this opportunity to help change lives. Now I get to help agents we're
Sure.
giving them the opportunity that someone gave me,
Sure.
and being able to change their life personally, but then also you guys are able to reach so many more people than I could ever reach. So now it's like duplicating the feeling that I had of the families and the faces that I've, gotten to play a part in their new story and
Yeah.
their new chapter. Now you guys are doing it. And so like it's 10x'd like the amount of gratitude and the stories that I get to have and be a part of.
Right.
Because of, getting to bring like you in.
That's awesome.
And so it's just great. Okay, we could talk about that forever.
No, but we will definitely have
it's
more
really-
stories
yeah.
in future podcasts. Yeah. So, so we do like to help people too with like, real estate questions. I did come up with some frequently asked questions from first-time home buyers. Do you want to start with one of these, or you want me to read you one?
Yeah.
Okay.
You start with whatever.
All right, I'm going to start with this
Okay.
one, even though Hannah didn't want to start with this
All
one.
right, let's go.
How much do I need for a down payment?
Yep.
So most people think I need 20% down for a down payment.
Yep.
And that's not true.
That's not true. So 3.5% to 5% down, depending on what kind of loan you get. And then we talked about this last time. There are grant opportunities and it doesn't have to be a first-time home buyer, you guys. It's just dependent on a couple of factors, your debt to income ratio, and so your income, your credit score, some different things like that. But finding out that there's more options for you than 20% down could change a lot of people's
Absolutely.
decision on if they're going to buy or not,
So as a realtor,
or when they can buy.
that's a good answer. As a realtor, I always feel like I'm invading people's space when I ask them about their credit score. But you guys, as real estate agents, the more information we have, the better we can help you find the right house, get you in the right situation. So it's a question I ask. So, okay, Hannah, what's your credit score? Or, buyer, what's your credit score? What is the credit score that most people have to have when they're getting into buying a house?
Yeah, so an FHA loan, you just need a 580.
Okay.
And that does depend on the bank, but a lot of the banks that we use that are local and they are geared toward, like, they just do mortgages, right? So they're not like your SEFQs, your PNC. They're specifically for, their mortgage brokers. So they allow for more, leniency, I guess.
Okay.
So 580, you're not going to have that at SEFQ.
Okay.
Not to throw names out, but like a local lender like that. They require a higher. So 580 is the minimum with the lenders that we use a lot of the time. And then for conventional loan, it's a 620 or above. 640 is where you're getting into your grants.
Yeah.
So yes, if you have the higher credit score and, you don't have a lot of cash,
Right.
to work with, the grant is a great option for you, but you do have to have that credit score a little bit higher. It's a 640.
So I can't tell you how often I tell this to my kids because I see it so often where people cannot get approved because their credit scores are not good. And I every time I can, and they roll their eyes at me now, but I say, you guys, literally work on your credit score. Make sure you're paying all your bills on time. Get on like automatic payment for your credit cards. Make sure you're not just taking out a bunch of credit cards. If you have a car payment, make sure you're paying it on time. All of that will affect your credit score. And then, I want to go buy a house now. Oh, but wait, you have not paid all of your previous bills.
Yeah.
I'm like, that makes a huge difference.
Right. And for young people starting their credit, like a lot of, there's a lot of kids out there that are like, yeah, I paid cash for everything, or I, haven't had a credit. And they think they're helping themselves, and really they're not if they want to be able to buy a home.
Right.
So teaching your kids to start building credit. Now, this is not the Dave Ramsey show.
Right.
Dave's going to tell you something different, but I'm telling you, I'm going to tell my daughter if she wants to be able to buy her first home young, which I'm going to encourage her to do and start investing in that kind of thing, to start building credit. So that's something we're going to work on. And the other thing is making that minimum payment on the credit card. I learned that the hard way when I was very young. That can go against you. You've got to make a better. So there's strategic ways if you're actually working towards building your credit. It doesn't hurt your credit, but it doesn't help your credit unless
If you're just making the minimum
payment. Yeah. But it is important. Yes, like you said, that's number one. Don't be late on any payments. Those late payments will actually make you get denied for getting a loan.
Yeah.
So do not let. And if you're a co-signer on something, be very, very careful, because we've also seen a lot of people that can't get approved because they co-signed, and their relative that they co-signed for
has now gone bankrupt
or just
paying
late,
their bills.
literally a late payment on a car payment.
Okay.
I've seen that a lot.
Yeah.
So anyway, you're trying to be helpful. Just be careful who you're co-signing for, because it could hurt you.
Okay. One more real estate little question. So I'm Miss Buyer. I come up to Hannah. Hannah, I want to buy a house. So how long is this whole process going to take me? If I find a house today, how long until I can actually be in the house?
Yep. So great question, Miss Buyer. It's about 30 to 45 days till you get the keys and you bring your money and you buy the house. Like, that's your closing day.
Okay.
It's about 30 to 45. It can vary, depending on the whole situation with the seller, because sometimes you're working with a seller's timelines, and it can be longer.
Okay.
So I have one right now that was like literally a 2.5 month, 3 month closing time.
Those
That's
hurt.
not normal. That's not normal. Yep.
Long closings are
but
fun.
those things can happen,
Okay.
because that was actually an off market thing that we did that was helping the buyer and the seller, and in that case it was worked beautifully.
Yeah.
But that's rare. So yeah, 30 to 45 days.
All right, well, there's your
Typically.
little real estate tidbits for today that might, hopefully, if you don't just have a lot of experience, those help you. Yeah.
Yep.
All
We have
right.
lots of those. So let's see.
Should we move into our local
I was
promotion?
gonna,
of
let's
our-
talk about that, because I'm excited about mine.
So I do want to promote, again, our producer, John Riley.
Yep.
Complete Weddings and Events, where you can find it at completewedo.com. And if you try to contact him, John Riley is who you want to ask for if you go through the website. House parties, holiday parties, birthday parties, work parties, weddings.
Yep.
They're awesome.
Podcasts.
He'll go through a snowstorm for you, as he
Yep.
did last night. So anyway, so it's totally awesome if you're looking for that.
Yes.
And it's like DJing, but so much more than DJing.
emceeing,
emceeing, coordination, all the logistics. So cool. All right.
Yeah, we're gonna bring him into the because he's actually got a lot of good memes and also
stuff
just
to
good
say.
insight. Yep.
Yeah.
So we're grateful for Jack.
But we do like to do like a local find, and you had some.
Oh
you
my
were
gosh.
Hannah was so excited this
Okay,
week.
yep.
She basically called me because again we get excited about food and drinks.
Yep.
Nancy, have you been to blah blah blah? Tell us what you did.
Okay. So quick tiny backstory.
Okay.
Our team and it's open for our brokerage as well. But we just moved into a building last week, a new building in the Metro Center. If you're local,
In Peoria.
so big shopping complex. Yep, in Peoria. And so we finished up at the building. We all met there and got our keys and got into the printer, like hooked. Anyway, it was fun. It was fun for our whole team. So then I left, and Jessica, one of the gals on our team, one of our agents, her and I ran an errand together, and then we were driving back through, and we found this little spot in the Metro Center, and it was right next to La Bakery, and I was literally just telling everyone that I'd love to go get breakfast, but everyone left, and I was still hungry, of course, so I'm like, I see brunch on a sign.
Isn't it part of the little bakery?
So
though?
So we're like, oh, let's go get brunch. So we go inside. They're walked in. First of all, this place was so cute, and I don't remember the name of it, but it's basically La Bakery.
It's right attached.
It's attached. It's all open. Yep, but it does have a name. It's a restaurant.
Oh.
But it was they had, oh my gosh, the most beautiful menu. Are you gonna look it up?
I'm looking it up right now.
Because the La Bakery I always thought was just like cakes and cookies and bread, I suppose, but
Which it is.
It had
It's so yummy.
It had everything in there, and I actually picked up some really cute gluten-free turkey, Thanksgiving-themed cupcakes to take to my family.
Oh, yeah.
Get together, and some other little cookies. But that restaurant, I had the most amazing, you guys, it's the best breakfast sandwich if you like a traditional bacon, egg, cheese on sourdough is what I did. And that sandwich rocked my world.
You guys, she called
Right
me
in
about
Peoria.
it. That's why she called me, to call
my
me to
gosh.
tell me about the sandwich. And
Yeah.
actually, I think it's just La Bakery restaurant.
Is it?
I
Okay.
think
So it might
it's
be.
just, yeah. So
It
it's
might be,
yeah.
but it's all connected. And so here's the fun part. And they had salads, the most beautiful chicken salad, like different pastas. If you have allergies, they were very allergy friendly. So, but it's right through the parking lot of where we're going to be working every day.
Oh.
I am so excited to have
Breakfast sandwich
a
every
healthy.
day.
I mean, just like, or you run over for a quick lunch or
Right.
something. And there's so many options there. So that was a really fun find. Oh, and they have CX coffee.
Okay.
So, and we love our local spots. Like
We do. We want to give shout outs
I
to our
love
locals.
love
for
our.
sure.
I think Peoria has a lot of really good establishments, restaurants,
Mm-hmm.
cute boutiques. I'm a boutique lover personally. So you pay a little bit more, but you get what you pay for. First of all, so it's usually
It's a
better
treat.
quality. Yeah, and like the food, it's better quality. A lot of healthy options there. So anyway, that was my favorite find of the week, and then
Excellent.
that it's right by our new office. They will be getting a lot of business from me.
I will be checking that out. I actually go in there quite often to get their sourdough bread
I didn't know
to
that.
take home.
And that was
but-
another thing. When you told me that, I was like, why didn't you tell me that before?
Oh, sorry.
And that made me question our friendship. But
Okay.
anyways, I'm just kidding.
All right, well,
was
that's
like,
very
okay.
cool. Should we
So
just
good.
we've covered one. I mean, I don't need to go into one for your. Or
Well,
maybe-
I'm curious what yours is now. If
Okay.
you have one, I want to
Well,
know about it. The viewers want to know
No,
about
it's
it too.
it's the El Mirador en El Rio, which is down on the riverfront, which is owned by actually a real estate agent and her husband. So my son was coming into town. He's from California, so somehow I think that I have to like compete with
You have to show
California.
him what we've
Like,
got.
Yeah, exactly.
Peoria is not what he grew up in. It's
Exactly.
better. It's better than when he grew up.
So I
Yeah.
was like, and he brought his girlfriend with him for the first time ever at home. So I was like, well, why don't you guys go down to the riverfront? You guys can walk the riverfront. It was a beautiful day that day. I said, and go to this El Mirador. I said, they have coffees. And
so
actually, I will
good.
say that they have wonderful cocktails. And we last fall when it was still nice, they have a really big deck.
It's
and
beautiful.
It was beautiful.
I took video of that recently.
But coffees, sandwiches, salads, and it's right there. It's like a hidden because I don't know how much foot traffic they get down there. So,
Well, and I do think with the museum, it could be easily, like, it
Well,
could be more easy to,
And
access it.
they're building an amphitheater down there now so it's
so
going to hopefully
good.
I think that they're planning some things for next year. So
Yeah, that's exciting.
So anyway, El
And
Mirador,
I have to tell you, I
and El
think
Rio.
they have the best coffee. I mean, I met, so Genesis Addy, she's a fellow realtor in Peoria, and that is her husband, and they have some partners, I believe. But, oh my gosh, I met with her there and got to hear about how they, designed and how it all came to life.
Got like
it's
a pink
beautiful,
tree in the
aesthetically,
middle.
it's beautiful.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a dream. But the coffee, I forget what I got. If I got I'm usually like a plain latte. I think that's probably what I got.
Yeah.
And it was the best latte. Whatever I drank there, it was the best drink that I've had coffee-wise. So I was a big fan of that place, too.
The assignment this week for everybody is try out La Bakery.
Yeah.
And then check out El Mirador and El Rio on the riverfront for coffee or salads or lunch or
and I was
whatever.
going to say their salads, everything looked amazing there. Yeah, so we'll definitely be back there,
I think basically this podcast is going to just be about food.
I know. Well,
food and
that is so much of our real life is like if we're not selling real estate, we're refueling to sell more real estate, I guess.
That's
I don't know.
funny. That is funny.
No, but we like our local spots. So
Yeah, we do.
So that's that. So then we're out.
Should we play a little
else?
Would You Rather?
Yeah, let's do a Would You Rather.
Okay, I've got like
those.
5 of them here, but we're not going to do 5.
Well,
we're
let's
just
see.
going to do, or you want? You want me to just go for it? Okay.
Yeah.
So this has to do obviously with homes and real estate a little bit, but
Okay.
and everybody can kind of play along with us. Would you rather, Hannah, have a kitchen island or a walk-in pantry?
Well, kitchen island.
Why?
Yeah, because I think you gather in the kitchen and you don't gather in the pantry.
You can store things elsewhere, exactly, and that would be why I do too, because that is just going to be where your social area is going to be, and that's where everybody gathers.
Exactly.
Okay, so I don't think I need to ask you. Oh no, this will be a toughie.
Go ahead. Okay.
Would you rather have a wine cellar or a walk-in closet? I don't think you can. I don't think you can't. I don't think you can go without a walk-in closet. You guys, I'm going to take a picture of your walk-in closet one day.
Mine?
Yeah.
Well,
although I benefit.
We're going to expand it into our office, I think.
Why?
Because mine is small.
No, it's not small. You're just going to collect more stuff.
No, I'm not. My husband currently has like a 2-foot.
Well, whose fault is that? I think
it's the house's fault. Whoever designed the house really failed the walk-in closet situation.
All right, so
we're
you're
going to
saying
expand the closet. Anyway, that's.
You would rather have
I
a
gotta
walk-in
have a walk-in closet.
Okay, why
oh yeah.
And I'm going to say
about
that
you?
too. Although I don't. I would say that you are trendy. Like you like the new trendy clothes. You like that. I am sitting here in a Columbia fleece. And this is about what I usually wear. But you're a little bit more of like a fashionista, if you will.
You have half of my closet
right
now.
So basically, you guys have to know this. So basically, Hannah cleans out her closet, and then she gives them to me.
Couple times a year.
But they are beautiful.
You've become very trendy.
Beautiful sweaters. I get compliments on the sweaters that you gave me all the time. So yes, you can
from me.
Yes,
from me.
So you can clean out your closet.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway. Okay. So let's see. One more. This is going to have to. This has to do with a client.
Okay.
Would you rather have a client who only communicates via text at 2 a.m. or a client who calls for every single thought they have during the day?
What? During the day?
Mm-hmm. You know, clients can get very nervous and like a buyer. You got a buyer and they call you every day and they're like, Hannah this, Hannah that.
So you mean they're just
So which would you rather have? You'd rather have them communicate with you at 2 a.m. or...
Well, first of all, sure, why not? Because my notifications you're not going to get a response, so it really doesn't bother me.
So text at 2 a.m.
I mean, I'm not going to know that you did.
But
I'll
you guys
see you tomorrow.
Exactly. Okay. And that's where I am too. But
Yeah.
you guys, I have to tell you, if you do call Hannah, I mean, you answer my phone calls, but I will look on her phone. She's got like 78 missed calls.
Yeah.
She's not answering your call.
No.
She'll call you back.
Yeah.
I think.
I'll try to call you back.
I think.
If it doesn't get buried. The problem is the messages
Where's your
come
phone
in
right now?
and
Give me your phone.
No.
Give me your phone. No, seriously, give me your phone.
There's nothing on there.
Oh.
Okay. Well.
Wait.
I actually sat.
Okay,
I sat in bed and I cleared things out today.
She has 32 missed phone calls
fine.
right now and 5 missed text messages.
Okay.
But that number is much higher usually. I'm like,
Whatever.
wait a minute. Did you get like 78 phone calls today? And you, what?
Well,
That you missed?
look at my Premier Agent, 1,800.
Okay. So anyway,
I
okay.
can't keep up with that.
All right.
26 follow-up boss. Everything's fine.
All right. Well, how's that?
Give me my drink.
Let's cheers. Okay, I guess we're almost done with our
Yeah,
drinks. I think if our drinks end, then the podcast
I
is
think it's
over.
over. The party's coming to
I
a
think
clear
that's it.
halt. Well,
Here's what we want to do. We want to thank everybody for
Yep.
checking us out. We would love for you to, can you just, right now we're just asking a favor. Pretty soon you're going to definitely want to share this with at least 3 of your family or
Yep.
friends.
Yep.
But share this with 3, even if it's you're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe Nancy and Hannah said that. They sound like such dorks. I've got to share this so everybody else can hear what they sound like. Even if
Yeah.
you just do that, just go ahead and do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You basically, you covered it all. Yeah,
right.
I mean, the goal is to get our listeners up from 1 person to, 4, and then next week 8, and then the next week
That's how it goes.
16.
All right.
And that's where the math ends.
So thank you very much, everybody.
Yeah, thanks for
and-
listening, and thanks to Jack for.
Yes.
I call him Jack. It's from John Riley, but call him whatever you want, Jack or John.
John Jack
We'll
Riley.
respond to both, but we couldn't do this without him.
And
We're gonna bring him on and hear maybe a cigar story. He's got some cigar stories.
He's got some great stories
He's got
too.
some good
so
stories.
we're gonna have
Yep.
yeah. So this was Shut the Front Door.
That's right.
Thank you, everybody.
Thanks. Hello and welcome to Shut the Front Door. I'm Hannah.
And I'm Nancy.
And this is the podcast where we bring together real life with real estate.
Lots of stories
That's
as well. I mean, that's the idea, right? To entertain you, but also help you with some real estate facts as well. And maybe if you're looking to buy or sell, or you're just interested in real estate, we're here for you in that respect as well.
But I will add, this is a work in progress. And so give us a little bit of grace, as Nancy says, because We don't really know what we're doing yet.
Not yet,
But
we'll
we're
get
working
there.
on it. Yeah. So basically, you got to come and spend some time just hearing our stories, getting to know us, and so.
And we
Nancy-
usually start